Hey guys, it's Stack here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be about the COD Black Ops Cold War game. Obviously the alpha has just been released on the PlayStation and everyone's been dying to jump on it. I honestly could not wait for this game and I'm already looking forward to the PC releases. That's what I'm going to be getting it on. But finally there's an AK-47 which is a good shout and is usable from the start. Obviously on the old Call of Duty, the AK-47 has had so much recoil, it's not really usable on the long range, but on this one it is. I've got the suppressor, the paratrooper and the foregrip, just the standard foregrip to help control with the recoil, add a bit of distance and keep it quiet. I've got the sprint pad to aim down sight quickly out of sprinting, and then just the 40 round mag. I do take an MP5 as well just for the close combat in case I need to quickly change. As you can see, my attachments aren't much different from the AK other than the fast mag and the stock. I've got the aim down sight quickly stock. It doesn't matter what perks you go, obviously run whatever perks are going to be useful for you. For me, the amount of opponents I play against that just have constant UAVs, so Ghost is a must for me. You don't want to stay still. It is this Ghost is one of the better ones because it is one of the ones where you have to actually move for your Ghost to apply, so you can't really camp with it. If you're going to be aiming down sight, they're still going to be finding you, which obviously it can be frustrating having that happen, but honestly you want to be moving around anyway, especially on this game. You will get caught out with the spawns. The spawns are a lot better than they used to be, but that's not going to say they're not going to just spawn behind you. I have had some horrific spawns against me. But as long as you're moving around, keep an eye on the map where your teammates are. You should be pretty good to be able to run around and get them good kill streaks, stay alive, and not really get caught out from behind. Now, when you've got the actual wild card, which lets you have the two weapons, I'm not sure what it's called in this game. You can also take any perk. You don't actually have to have one from the first three, one from the second, one from the third. So a good way to go for me is to run the Ghost, and I don't think it's Cold-Blooded. It's not Cold-Blooded, it's the other one. Basically, you just want to stay out of people's sight and stay quiet. I think it's called Ninja again. But yeah, you basically want to stay off the map. That's the most important. And then you also want to reduce your footsteps, because footsteps on this game are so easy to hear. I do like that they've done that. The only problem is they've made it way too easy, and obviously on the old games, if you had a headset and your opponent didn't, you were always going to beat them. You could pretty much tell wherever they're coming from, and that is the case on this one, only it is way too easy to hear. You will see me creeping, I'll be aiming down sight, crouch walking around a corner, and my opponent can still hear me coming round and he's just pre-aiming the corner waiting for me. It is a bit frustrating, but as long as you have your headset on, you should be able to do it back to them if you're not too aggressive going around the corners. Now, there already is a meta in this game which is quite clear, and to be honest it's an easy standout. I will post a video on it soon. Sniping right now is ridiculous. The quick scoping is so easy to do. I'm not even going to say that it's good, it's just so easy to quick scope on this game that if you have a sniper, you shouldn't be losing any long range fights. I've had so many kills and so many of my high kill streaks due to being able to just map people from a sniper, especially on this map with these dunes. On the position I am now, over to the right there you see the dunes. This map is ridiculous. No one plays the objective, they all run out onto the dunes and they all sit on the dunes just sniping. So if you pretty much have to take a sniper on some of them, because if you take an AR, you're going to be losing that gunfight. But the meta has also got the overkill, because the secondary, probably even better than the actual snipers, is the AK-74U, easily the best weapon in the game, as it will beat anything from range other than the sniper. It will beat any of the ARs on range as well, and it just has such a stupid fire rate for the actual damage it does. It is an absolute machine. But that's going to be in another video. This video right here is the AK, and as I've said, it's a lot more controllable than it has been in some of the previous FIFAs. As you can see with some of these gunfights, there isn't a lot of recoil. It's so easy to control, and I'm on the PlayStation right now. I have moved most of my COD gaming to PC, but obviously with this release, I'm sort of forced to go back to controller again. I do prefer the mouse because there is a lot less recoil. It's a lot more control when you're aiming down sight over distance. It's a lot easier to take control of your weapon. But that being said, I've always struggled with the AK ever since. I think the last AK I used was the original first Black Ops. And ever since then, I've never really liked any AK because of the amount of recoil. But this one feels like that original one. High damage, good fire rate, and also there's not a lot of recoil, so you can actually take people down on them long distance fights. The other thing about this game is it does feel like it takes a lot more bullets than normal to kill people. It's got every single weapon still feels like, even close range, it's a 4, 5, 6 bullet kill, whereas I mean in most, like a lot of the original games, it was 2 or 3 bullets. That's the only reason why I'd say you pretty much have to take a extended mag. Only because if you come up against 1 or 2 opponents, you're going to be out of ammo if you just have the normal mag. You're going to run out of ammo midway through that fight. So this 40 round is the only way you're pretty much going to be able to get 2 or 3 people in just one clip without reloading. Otherwise, you can run the normal if you are running an MP5 like me, but I mean, I need that option to be able to keep spraying, keep them suppressed, and then whip out the MP5. Like, I really don't want to get caught out reloading, as you will get killed. Especially on this game, it feels like everyone is holding hands when they're running around. They're all running around in their little groups, and it's hard to find people by themselves, and you're constantly in gunfights where you're getting shot from the side as well because of the amount of snipers on this game. Now with the score streaks as well, obviously run whatever you want. I've just got the basic ones. I think these are the actual ones that they just give you. I'm not really too bothered. The downside to this game is that it is score based. It's score streaks, not kill streaks, which is really unfortunate because now it means everybody is going to be calling in the kill streaks and you don't get as many. Whereas if it was 3 kills for a UAV, you know, I'd be getting 5, 6, 7 of them in a single game of TD. But now it's score based. I literally only get 2 or 3 because the score's quite high for it. And not only that, your actual death doesn't reset it, which is why it takes so long to get them. So whatever your final kill streak is, or score streak, once you've unlocked it, then you can start earning the UAV again. So I mean, it just takes so long to actually unlock anything that unless you're playing like a domination, it's not really worth taking any of the big score streaks because you're just basically losing out on stuff. So what I did do in the end, I moved to the UAV. I moved to, there's a I'm not sure what it's called, there's a 5 Harrier symbol, 5 planes, and it destroys enemy airstreaks, which is really good. Basically help my team out because most of my team are trash. They all go negative, and my enemy team just calling constant air support against me. And then my final one is maybe a chopper, otherwise the War Machine. The War Machine seems to be the best one, as I'm pretty much guaranteed anything from 3 to 7 kills with it every time I use it, because it is quite easy to use. Most of the time it is a 1-hit kill, but every now and then you will have to put a second one, and you do get quite a lot of shots for use. But yeah, like I said, this AK-47 is insane. I'm loving this weapon. It's probably going to be the weapon that I use when when the game fully gets released. I mean, I've always liked the AK-47 in games because of the amount of damage it has compared to other ARs. So I probably will stick with this for a while. Maybe run it with the AK-74 or the sniping if they've not fixed the sniper by then. But yeah, I'll be running definitely an AK-47 as my main AR. There are the other 2 ARs. There's one, the XM4, which is decent. It is a pretty good AR, very similar to the M4. I think it's the M4A1 in Modern Warfare. But the Krieg, it's called a Krieg, I think. It is the worst AR I've ever used. I tried to make a class with it, but I honestly could not use the weapon, as I would put, and I'm not even joking or exaggerating when I say this, I would put like 7, 8 bullets in people, and they would turn around and absolutely map me with SMGs, and I honestly could not get one good gameplay. I couldn't even keep a 2 KD with that weapon. And I mean, at the moment, most of my weapons, I'm pushing a 3-4 KD again. It is really easy, this game, because obviously it's boots on the ground. It feels very similar to the old CODs. But that Krieg weapon is horrendous. Easily the worst weapon in the game at the moment. So maybe give that one a miss. I'd honestly be amazed if anyone can use it. And then also, just to help your team out as well and help yourself out, another good thing to run is the it's a specialist, so it's not a counter UAV, but it's a SAM missile turret. This is going to help you out. As you can see, it just destroyed a spy plane. All you have to do is drop it out. Find somewhere at the corner of the map, I've discovered, just stick it down and let it like just take out spy ships, but hold on to it until you hear one come in, because I think it does have a time limit and it will get destroyed if anyone sees it. So it's probably best just to wait until you hear like enemy gunship or enemy UAV inbound, drop it down, and you'll get a bit of easy score for destroying that. I mean, you can also run a Strela or a Stinger, whatever the RPG is, but it's honestly not worth it. I put it on, me and my friend Eric Ship both had it in a game, and there was an enemy gunship in the sky. I hit it twice, died, hit it another 2 times, and Eric Ship also hit it with 3 rockets, and it did not come down, but the SAM turret took it down in like 3. So I mean, it's definitely worth holding on to them, and that's why I also take the kill streak that stops it. But yeah, this class for me is probably the best at the moment, other than the absolute meta. So make sure you give the AK a try once the game comes out. Let me know if you like it in the comments below. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and also make sure to subscribe. I will be posting more Cold War videos soon. But for now, I'm out.